Is it possible to pass the lie detector test when you did the crime? Can you lie like a dog, like I am lying on this bed, and pass the damn lie detector test? I did it. I did the crime back in 1995. And the police made some mistakes when they came to question me. Number one, they called me first. This is Sergeant Hartsfield. I want to know if you can come over and get you and ask you some questions concerning the crime. I was like, yes. I was shook up. I was afraid. I was shook. But when they fucked up, they should have surprised me. They should have just come up to my door and asked if I could answer some questions. Because while they will come and drive and get me, I had time to pull myself together. So that when we were in the car and they were questioning me, I was able to think rationally and, they asked, and so I wasn't so nervous. But the way they got me to the police station, and they're asking me questions, they tried to trip you up. They're asking questions. Then all of a sudden they're, well, when you were inside the place, you did this but didn't do that, hoping you slip up and say, yes, I did. No, I didn't do that. But in answering it that way, you just admitted you were in the place. You have to, be on your toes. Then they said, okay, we're going to give you what we call a truth search test. They didn't call it a lie detector test. They call it a truth search test. I'm like, sure. I had to sign a paper saying I was not being coerced to do this. They gave me the thing to put on my finger. I fumbled it on, it fell off. I'm not thinking to myself, oh great, I'm looking nervous. This is not good. So I put the thing, and they instruct me, when we ask you what color shirt you're wearing a blue shirt. When we answer with white, they wanted me to tell a lie on 2 questions so they could gauge how the test result when I was telling the truth and when I was lying, and compared that to when I was answering the questions. The 2 main questions that really mattered: did I commit the crime? Did I do it? Did I know who did it? Now, Adolf Hitler said, "Tell the people a lie long enough, they'll believe it." That's what I used to thwart the lie detector test. I knew the questions. Did you go into the place? Did you break into the place? I told myself a lie in my head long enough to get the credulity side of my brain to believe it just long enough so I could answer the question, and it would produce my body would react as if I was telling the truth and not a lie. Because when you tell a lie, your body sweats, your heart races, your voice tone raises, and that's what the lie detector looks for. So I told myself when they asked me that question, no, I did not break into the place. Somebody's spirit came on, used my body to break into the place, but I didn't break into the place. Somebody else's spirit did. Do you know who broke into the place? That question, I told myself, no, I don't know the name of the spirit that used me to break into the place. Also, I remember another thing. I had asked my cousin Paul back in 1991, I think, 92. How do you throw out the lie detector test? Not intending to ever have to use it. Paul said, when you're telling the truth, bite the tip of your tongue, and it registers as a lie because it makes your heart rate rise faster. So on some of the questions where I was telling the truth, I was biting the tip of my tongue. But then I got to the question: did you break into the place? I thought to myself, no, I didn't break into the place. Somebody's spirit from Mortal Kombat took my body and used my body to break into the place. I didn't do it. So I answered the question, no. And I was able to answer it truly calmly without having to fake make myself be calm. Because my brain believed a lie long enough to believe it was true, so that when I answered it, my body exhibited the signs of one telling the truth. Do you know the person who broke? Do you know who broke into the place? I told myself, I don't have a clue name, but the spirit that came over and used my body. No. After the first round of questions, that's you quit 10 questions. They're like, have you ever heard of? I don't know what they call it. Starters nervousness, beginners anxiety, something like that. I'm like, yeah, that's the anxiety anybody is going to feel when taking allowed to take the test, whether they're guilty or not. Yeah, they're flawed. Then maybe answer the questions again. After that, you could tell they were no longer focusing their attention on me. They were asking me questions about some of my friends in town who use drugs. Do these people do smoke pot? I figured anything to get their attention away from me and the crime I just committed that they now think I didn't. So yes, I know it. I say yes, they do drugs, and they said I had mentioned the name Bernard Clare Butch, and that got their attention because he had openly when he quit the job there a few months before. He's like, I'm gonna fuck this place up. They asked me, do you know where he lives? I'm like, yes. Can you show us? So they put me when they were taking me home. They put me in the back of the police car. And I didn't want them to see me driving by because I didn't want to be known as a snitch. And I drove them past Butch's house. And Butch was later tell me, they were telling me, we know you did it. Somebody said they saw you did something like that. So the police will lie. Yeah, they lied in the car. When they were questioning me on the way to the station, they said, because the place was broken into twice. They said the place was broken into twice. They said after the first time we installed video surveillance cameras. So I'm like thinking, oh no. Do they got me on video surveillance cameras in there? I was bound and determined if they did to say that was not me. But then I got to thinking, wait a minute, it's been 1 week. It's been 1 week since I broke into the place. If they truly had video surveillance, it would not have taken them this long to not getting me somebody to get me. So because the police had given me time to calm myself down because the police fucked up and called me and asked me if I could come answer some questions instead of coming and surprise me on the spot. I was able to calm myself down, you see. And that, my friend, dear friends, is how you can pass a lie detector test when you're lying like a dog.